Hey guys, Miss P here. Today we are going to do X and Y intercepts. Now, the Y-intercept should be kind of familiar because if you remember, when we do Y equals mx plus b, our b is our Y-intercept, right? So if we had an equation like y equals 3x plus 4, our Y-intercept would be plus 4. If we had an equation like y equals 1/2 x minus 7, our y-intercept would be -7. All right, so hopefully that part, if it is in y equals mx plus b form, it should be very easy for you to understand what the y-intercept is. But right now we are going to look a little bit on graphs to find the x and the y-intercept. So let me erase this. Okay. Now, all right, guys, if we were to look over here, I'm actually going to move this over a little bit so it's not in the way of that thing. All right, if we're going to look at this, gotta align it, sorry, put it in the middle. Learning new things all the time. Okay, here we go. Now it's out the way. All right, so now we are going to look at a graph. If you guys remember, this is your x-axis, right? And up and down is your y-axis. All right, your x is your horizontal, your y is your vertical. All right, and your y-intercept is where your line crosses the y-axis, right? We've discussed this, so hopefully this is not new. So then probably the x-intercept would be where it crosses the x-axis. Okay, so we're just going to do some problems where we have to state our x and y intercepts. All right, I'm going to draw a line. Oh, my line is straight. All right, guys, sorry, that's the best I could do. But I'll put dots where they are because the lines will be a lot nicer when you do them on quizzes. All right, guys, so we want to know my y-intercept. Okay, so we would find our y-intercept by looking at the y-axis. Where does our line hit? It hits all the way at a -4. Okay, there are two different ways you can write your y-intercept. You can either write y-intercept equals a -4, or you can write it as a coordinate. Okay, remember this is always x comma y. So if this is the y-intercept, so that means the y value is -4. And the x has to be 0, right? Because if it's on the y-axis, you didn't move over anywhere on the x-axis, okay? It was a 0. So that's how you would find your y-intercept. So the y-intercept of this line is either y-intercept equals -4 or 0, comma, -4. All right, you will see both ways. Now I want to know let's go to the x-intercept. Well, let's look. Where does this line cross the x-axis? Well, if we go, it crosses at a, right there, a -2. So we could either say x-intercept equals -2, or we could do it as x comma y, right? But now this is my x-intercept, which means my x value is the -2 and the y value is the 0. Guys, that is the biggest difference between x and y-intercept. Your x-intercept is your number, comma, 0, and your y-intercept is 0, comma, your number. All right? Or you just say x-intercept equals -2 or y-intercept equals -4. Guys, that's all we're doing this week. All right? So let's try another one. Okay. Let's do There we go. Right there and right there. All right, remember this is your y, this is your x. Okay. I want to find the y-intercept. Let's look at y. Go all the way down. Where does it pass? A -3. So y-intercept equals -3 or 0, comma, -3, right? Because the y value has to be your -3. Now let's do our x-intercept. All right, let's look at the x. Let's go all the way across. It hits at a +4. So x-intercept equals 4, which is going to look like 4, comma, 0. Because it's x, comma, y, right? Yay! Done. Hee. Not too bad, right? All right. Another one. Okay. Crazy of a line, but it's fine. All right, so y-intercept. All right, guys. Where does this cross the y? At the origin, a 0. So the y-intercept is 0. Now, if the y-intercept is 0, it also means the x-intercept, right, is 0. Because it crosses at the origin, and we know the origin is 0, comma, 0. So the y-intercept would be 0, comma, 0, as well as the x-intercept being 0, comma, 0. All right, that's only when it crosses the origin, because if you notice, it's crossing the x-axis at 0 and the y-axis at 0. So the x and y-intercepts would both be 0, and they would be at the origin. All right, let's do one more. Okay, I'm just jamming, sorry. Right there, and right there. All right, guys. We have our x over here, we have our y up here. Let's find the y-intercept. Where is it crossing the y-axis? Let's go. Crosses at 4. So your y-intercept equals 4, or we would write that as 0, comma, 4, right? X, comma, y. All right, now let's look at our x-intercept. Your x-intercept is going to equal, well, let's look. Where does it cross? Crosses at a -5. Or we would write that as -5, comma, 0. So there we go. This is where it crosses the y-intercept. This is where it crosses the x-intercept. Guys, you only need 2 points to plot a line. So the last thing I'm going to show you is, what if I told you your x-intercept equals 2 and your y-intercept equals -3. Okay, how would I graph that line? Well, easily. Let's look at the x. The x-axis has to be a 2. So we go over to 2. So the point's going to be right here, where it crosses the x-axis. Now let's look at y. It's a -3. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to cross the line at a -3. Guys, you only need 2 points to create a line. Right now, I know exactly what my line's going to look like. Dun 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 dun. Bam, did it. Not bad, right? All right, guys. I hope we're doing well. Hope we understand this. If not, guys, remember we meet every Thursday at 3. I'm available for any questions you might have. Guys, we're so close to the end. Please just keep doing your best. We're almost there. So let me know if you guys need anything. Care about you. Hope you all are doing well. And I hope to see all you soon. Bye.